very, very well himself, and a player that's been in this position several times.
Fault stroke. Ball in net. And please start the shot clock.
We're underway on all three tables. You heard the thunderous cue ball into the pack across this arena. As for Fortunski, he couldn't have had a worse start than that.
He seems to really shine in this setting.
Joshua Fuller wins the first shot.
Easy peasy. Fuller off to a flyer.
Instead of taking a chance attacking.
And I know, Jeremy, you've said this earlier in the week, Carl Boys also. His tactical game in the last couple of years has definitely improved.
Yeah, well, what you find with a talent like Josh is when it starts to improve, it actually starts to become one of the best tactical games, you know, in the business, just because the talent, you know, what you can do from distance and just a little creative mind. Very difficult hit here. He may play a big swerve. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And hard to think he could over swerve and scratch, but I think this is the right shot. Yeah, beauty there.
The crowd supporting Fuller, but very fair, very knowledgeable. And all of the side applied helped that cue ball nestle in behind the two.
Yeah, catching it just full enough to go through the one ball, get to the back rail, and spin two rails up on the blue two.
Foul stroke. No
and
contact.
That is the cardinal sin. That was on his mind. It divided concentration and it led to the six being missed. Can't afford to do that against Joshua Fuller. He's actually fortunate, Jeremy. He's left somewhat hampered queuing over the 9.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little more than that, though. Even though it is a missable ball, it's just the guy at the table shooting it. He's got to hold his ball a little bit.
That was a peach.
Yeah, and he totally fooled me there. I thought he was a little straighter to the corner, obviously a little off angle, and just not afraid at all. It's one thing to be in the match a little bit. You know, you start to get the adrenaline going and not as many worries, but to take that ball on the side and move the cue ball so easily.
8-9 combination, entirely routine. Joshua Fuller doubles his lead to 2-0. This is the first time that this main arena has been used all week. First time this table has been played on. Just seems a little slower than ones we saw centre stage on the first few days, and maybe that's why Fuller was out of position on the 7. Even so, very surprising miss.
Yeah, when he shot the 6, though, you could hear a little moan from Josh, like he wasn't so happy the way it was struck. And a big moment here for Fortunski to not only get on the board, get the arm moving a little bit with a few easy shots, and ever so important. Get to the breaking end of things.
He badly needed that. Fuller was filling up the pockets with pool balls, but then the 7 went astray, and Fortunski has a foothold.
Again, he's got all the tools. The break shot can certainly put a lot of racks together. One of the most natural swings you'll see as well. Yeah.
Mr. Fortunski wins the rack.
He's going to not only look for a better kick shot, he didn't like the kick he had, but, you know, kind of try to lengthen the game, and he's definitely going to get a better kick shot, it looks like. If he let him get to this rail here and follow that path, it would be a big mistake. Even letting him get to this other side rail is a little bit of a mistake. Is he looking to tie up the 4, the pink 4, another intentional foul? Now we do play 3 fouls in a row. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game. So if Josh does play the intentional, he'll be on 2 fouls.
Foul stroke.
He's
Second
overhit
foul,
it.
ball in hand.
We've seen the 3 foul rule come into play a couple of times on
And please start the shot clock.
the main tables this week, including one of the victims was Jason Shaw yesterday against Albin Houchen.
Yeah, it's rare at this level, but it does come up.
You have an extension. Extension, please.
Okay, kind of worried about this first shot. He wants to get on the proper side of the pink. That way he doesn't have to get involved with the brown 7 when trying to gain position from the pink 4 to the purple 5. Like kind of stunning one rail by the 9. Looks like he's going to follow 2 cushions. Only thing about this, easy to land on the rail with the cue ball. He's going to get that nice little bounce.
Mieszko Fortunski, the outsider of the 2 players, of course.
Mr. Fortunski
But
wins
well
the rack.
capable of causing an upset. He's back on level terms. It's 3 racks each.
Yeah, very good break off as the cue ball agrees the 2 is over the pocket, or somewhat over the pocket. A very good chance now. Not easy rack, of course. You got some work out there, but he's got a chance to take the lead on the mental side of the game. Just keeping the confidence when, you know, the moments are at its biggest.
Mr. Fortunski wins the rack.
Shelling peas, that. Breaking and running out and leading for the first time in 4-3.
Missing the one on the side. The cue ball did hold up. I think Josh is going to get some type of real first shot. Don't know if he can get directly at the one, but whatever it is, he'll take it. Cue ball just narrowly not scratching.
The Fortunski break is feast or famine. It's either dry or he's running out.
Yeah, and so often the players will make the one in the corner when they miss it in the side. I say so often, here and there, let's say. Hard one to miss here. Just needs to gain position. Needs some speed on this. This could be trouble. Does have the 2 for the corner, but getting position on that, very difficult. So you may see him take on the jump, even though he does have a bit of a look on the 2. Could play the safety back behind the 6-9, or can he get at the 2 on the side?
Joshua Filler went to rack.
The 5th rack was the same as the 9th. A dry break from Fortunski. Filler stepping in. 5-4 to the man from Poland. As good as Joshua Filler is, you still need a smattering of luck at the right time. The ball's going anywhere there.
Yeah, along with a couple breaking runs, and the biggest concern, I think, is Fortunski looked a little shaky at first. Really, a lot of so-so kind of shots, and maybe a decision or two that was a little suspect as well. But now, it's definitely looking much more comfortable, and he's broke the balls pretty decent also.
Yes, his most glaring miss was the 6 in rack 2, but he didn't miss that 6. Thumped in. Oh dear me. We're always looking for a pivotal moment. Is that it?
Joshua Filler went to rack.
Mieszko Fortunski isn't behind the 8 ball. He's regretting it. It should have been 6-4. It is 5-5.
This could be problems. He kind of went down there to look at it. I think he's snookered. And he could have just come across and taken a little bit of a cut on the 7. Wanted to get premium position, and hard to blame that, but
Jumping over the corner of the 8.
I think a soft swerve maybe.
Yeah, you're right, Jeremy. By doing that, of course, he sacrificed good position. Now this is a pressurised shot. The 8 was the downfall of Fortunski in the previous rack.
Just got to slow down a little bit. Could be a little tricky. And he had to put a little more speed
The
on that
extension,
to
please.
avoid the scratch in the side and take a little more chance on position on the 9.
We'll know immediately whether this 9 ball is in.
Joshua Fuller.
Well, I didn't actually, because there was an element of doubt as that ball went towards the pocket, but it just about flopped in.
Yeah, he actually played it with the right spin. I thought he would play it with left spin to try and throw the 9 towards the pocket. And I thought he was unsettled on it anyways, and maybe, you know, hindsight, of course, but it looked like a little awkward one. Maybe the safety was really the shot.
Mr. Cool. Terrific pot. The missed 8 ball in rack 10 turned things around. And now Joshua Fuller has won 4 racks in succession to build a 2-rack lead at 7-5.
Like I always say, one of the prettiest shots in pool coming up. Shooting a ball down the rail past the side.
And there's no one better. He just does it time and again. Even the great Francisco Sanchez Ruiz in his match against Ralph Suke last night had a couple of shots down that rail. Not identical to that, but similar.
Something like that.
When you're leaning over like that, sometimes alignment can be compromised. Also, the timing of the shot. Not so for Fuller there. In fairness, he did have lots of balls to hide behind. Contact made, but Jeremy.
Yeah, and you got to believe Josh is going to take this on with the pink over the side. So figures to get position of some sort.
Number 3 at the moment in the world 9-ball rankings.
Joshua Fuller wins 2 racks.
Number 1 in the hearts of these German pool fans. They're getting what they wanted. Fuller just 1 rack away from victory. And
He's going for it. I don't blame him. Watch out for the scratch in the upper right.
no scratch, but the ball is on. Is the end nigh, I wonder?
Yeah, you got to believe. Former world 9-ball champion, former U.S. Open champion is going to get these down. He's got to work for it. Got to earn it. It's going to spin a little away from the 3. Well, excuse me, meaning when he shoots the 2, he's not going towards the 3 with the cue ball. We'll see if he really wants to work the cue ball or kind of just hold it Yeah, he's going to go ahead and draw the cue ball around, getting closer to the red 3.
For someone like Joshua Fuller, though, this kind of position is meat and drink. He's in for the kill.
The extension,
A couple
please.
of people decided to applaud, then thought better of it. They can applaud now, they can shout now. Cue ball. Oh, can you credit that? Jeremy Jones
Ball in hand.
got out of his seat. He thought the match was over. He was going down onto the floor.
Settle down, please. Start the clock,
Stay
please.
here, Jeremy.
Agnieszka Fortunski wins the rep.
I'll tell you what, the air has just been sucked out of this arena. Can you believe that turn of events?
Boy, you'd almost like to bet a lot of money that Josh would get punished from that huge mistake, but now a dry break, another one. It's almost been like the guys, when they made a ball in the break, they ran out, and otherwise it's been dry ones.
The pool gods are normally cruel, but they clearly, like Joshua Fuller, have another chance.
Big draw stroke coming down for the 2-8 combo.
Tension, pressure is created in all kinds of ways. The worst pressure is when you know you should already have won a match.
Is he going to get over the 9 here? Oh boy. It's a long ways from done here, Phil.
And you remember when he lost
Extension,
to
please.
Emilandre Gangflo in Spain, he had awkward queuing on a ball to the middle, this middle, and he missed it.
And we're playing all ball fouls, so anything touched other than the cue ball surrenders ball in hand. And these fans know it.
Jeremy's taken the headphones off. Not standing up just yet. Here he goes. Tempting fate. Sorry to break copyrights. We thought it was all over. Well, it is now. Joshua Fuller will be so relieved. He knows he was given another chance there, when in fact it might have gone hill-hill. The scratch that could have turned the match against him and broken this crowd's collective heart. But when he got the opportunity in rack 18, he took it. His prevailing emotion is one of relief. He's into the quarterfinals.
Oh, he's looked a little low. He'll be disappointed. He would have fancied that shot. Players always fancy these type of bank shots. And when you look at the overhead, it was actually one of the easier ones you'll get.
Tyler Styer had the break. He had the first chance, but missed his bank shot on the 2. From there, Mario He has taken a 1-0 lead in this last 16 encounter.
Thank you.
What angle is he faced with here? He's having a good look, so it can't be ideal. He might play for the 8 in the left centre pocket, looking at that angle. And I could stun over. He's okay.
Never leaves anything to chance, takes every bit of care that he feels is necessary over every single shot, weighs up every possibility. Sometimes you feel he perhaps exhausts himself a bit in doing that. But it was very effective yesterday against Skylar Woodward, who's been, in terms of consistency, arguably the form player of 2023. He does have a tendency to miss balls that he shouldn't, Carl.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming. Wasn't a difficult shot. Yeah, he was stretching a little bit, but look at the overhead. It was a hanger. A real surprising miss. That is not going to make you feel good when you sat back in your chair.
He missed a few late on against Woodward, but in the early stages, he was very clinical. So not good indications there.
Little tester coming up here. This is a thin one.
Extension code.
Also, Mario, he will know the importance of this ball, not just because it's rack ball for a 2-0 lead, but he knows it will hurt his opponent a lot.
Yeah, quite definitely, because Tyler Styer knows he could have won both of these opening racks. He did say he feels he could have won some of his matches more comfortably. Certainly couldn't have done that in his opener because he won 9-0 against Lawrence Thomason, British player. Then beat German veteran Oliver Ortmann 9-6, Elliot Sanderson, Emil-Andre Gangflo, the young Norwegian, and then Dimitri Jungo of Switzerland, the other players he's beaten to get here. But just as he looked to be closing in on 3-0, we didn't see that coming, Carl.
No, that's come from nowhere. Overcut it onto the bottom rail. This must be tight as well. They can look quite scary, the middles. Because it's hard to tell from here, but when you're out there playing, yeah, you can't really afford to hit the near jaw here. This one is tight. Big moment. Oh, well done. So it's going to be Tyler Styer's turn to steal a rack.
When we talk about racks that could have gone either way, you can quite definitely say it about all of the first 3 in this match. And what it all adds up to is Mario He leading Tyler Styer by 2 racks to 1.
Mario may bank this up and down again. Speed has to be good. If the speed is wrong, he'll leave a pot into the bottom left. Yeah, that's why he didn't play that shot. Felt like he couldn't really get it in the centre of the table. Surely Tyler goes for the bank in the side here, though. This time he makes the bank shot.
Yeah, you said that someone always ends up going for the bank eventually. Good decision on Styer's part. but not quite a rack winner just yet. Came good with a couple of big pressure balls towards the end of the Woodward match. Got one quite early on in this contest. That's an encouraging sign. Routine 9 then. Hasn't been a straightforward journey from 2-0 down to level pegging. And it's a journey he hasn't completed. Did he hear a noise coming from just off the table there? The way he walked away and the look he was giving suggested he was distracted by that abrupt banging sound we heard.
Well, it'd have to be a jumbo jet
Keep
to
the noise
miss
down,
that
please.
one. Where has that come from? Look at this.
It certainly seemed as he was walking away that he was looking quite angrily at whatever or whoever had made that noise. Anyway, it's not going to matter now because he won't miss this.
What an opening 4 act we have had here. Both players are really struggling.
I've seen entire matches this week that you wouldn't have so much to say about. And full stuff, it's 2-all.
You can just go to the toilet.
Similar shot to the green 6 he missed in this very pocket.
Fedor Gorst has stepped things up, certainly in terms of pace. The last couple of racks against Aloysius Yap. Gorst now leading 5-3. Daniel Maciol has pulled one back. He now trails Wojciech Szewczyk 6-4.
Yeah, and on that shot there in the distance, you could just see Gorst at the table. And he's got a good split, so good chance to open up 3 racks over Yap.
Well, from 2-0 down, Tyler Styer had to work so hard to get back to 2-all. Really, in no time at all, it looks as though Mario He is going to restore that 2-rack advantage. Styer is effectively back to square one. Couple of balls down off the break. Our first break and run of the match. Mario He leads Tyler Styer 4-2.
Of course, I won the match, Michael. Can't
Silly
forget
question,
that.
wasn't it? But Raga could actually do something similar to what Dang Junhui did at the Spanish Open. We hadn't seen him for some time. Came over and won it. And Raga, I know he's known within the pool world, but he's not been playing in these events, and he could win first time out.
Yeah, he's known over in the Philippines, big time known, because he's been travelling around the Philippines playing challenge matches, giving players handicap starts, and players like Alcano, former world Nineball champion, and all these type of players. He's a real deal, and he's played some real good pool this week.
Tell you what, we're seeing the Asian contingent gradually return over the last year or so, and boy, are they having success. Ko Pin Yi at the World Masters, Philippines at the World Cup, and Ho Ping Chung won a big event in the Philippines recently.
Foul shot. Bow in hand.
The neat safety from Styer is giving ball in hand.
He's already had one surprising miss on a 9 along the other side of the table. Didn't end up costing him that rack. No mistake
Tyler
this
Styer
time.
wins the round.
Tyler Styer really needed that one. He'd lost the last three. Closes to 2 behind. 5-3 now in favour of the Austrian.
Are they going to run one test before we start the next rack?
I think there's some issue here with the shot clock.
The ball is frozen.
Desislava has just said the ball is frozen, so could you explain to us why she's saying that?
Just in case the cue ball was to roll slow onto the 2, it would mean no ball has hit a rail. It's not really going to happen in this instance because he's going airborne, but he's still got to say it. Not only is he going airborne, he's made it. What a shot!
Without a doubt, the shot of the match so far. Pretty close to the 8 there, Carl, so that was really difficult.
Yeah, just look at the height, the cue ball.
The ball is frozen.
Desislava has just said the ball is frozen, so could you explain to us why she's saying that?
Just in case the cue ball was to roll slow onto the 2, it would mean no ball has hit a rail. It's not really going to happen in this instance because he's going airborne, but he's still got to say it. Not only is he going airborne, he's made it. What a shot!
Without a doubt, the shot of the match so far. Pretty close to the 8 there, Carl, so that was really difficult.
Yeah, just look at the height, the cue ball.
The break was dry, the 2 was frozen. Mario He well and truly unfroze it with one of the best shots we've seen all week here in Fulda, and he went on from there to go 2 clear. Mario He leads Tyler Styer now 6-4. Oh, no way.
Wow. That was close. Very close.
Gravity not having its own way once again.
This is a good shot though. If this comes off, it is on.
He's made the hit on the 2. He's managed to bypass the
Settle
3.
down, please.
Catches the 9 at just the right angle. And not quite hard enough for the 9 to drop in.
2 rails below the 2. That's no good. This should well be racked over because Tyler Styer can get the cue ball as long as he lands above the 3 ball, anywhere above the red 3 for an easy combo. Yep, that's ideal.
Certainly easy. In fact, you can pretty much put it in the category of unmissable. And that's why Tyler Styer is back to 2 behind in this last 16 encounter.
Foul shot. Ball in hand. Start the clock, please.
Played the deliberate foul. Didn't feel like he could make contact with the 6 and get safe. You would feel he's going to be in a similar position though, and you can't keep doing deliberate foul because 3 consecutive fouls is loss of rack. So at some point, Steyer's got to have a go. This time, he is having a go. Has he made contact?
Foul shot.
He has, but only with the 8. So that's 2
Ball in
now.
hand. Start the shot clock, please.
Decision time for Mario. If he plays the same shot again, there's a bit of a you can see the gap there, can't you, between the 6 and the 8. So he'd like to try and slide that up table a little closer to the 8. And if he can get the cue ball touching the rail
Extension
behind
goal.
the 8, Tyler's in a world. It's all about the pace, this. Got to get his skates on. He only got 15 seconds left. What's the speed like? Oh, the speed is lovely. What a shot that
Looks
easy, but that was not easy.
Okay?
Oh yeah, the quality of judgment there. Absolute perfection.
Yeah, and Desi's told Tyler, she said, you're on 2 fouls, 1 more, and I'll be racking the balls up. No pressure, Tyler. This is a must hit, or you're 8-5 down. 2 rails as he made contact. It's a mile away. He's lost the rack.
Foul shot. Mario here wins the
1,
rack.
2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old pool game. And Mario He now finds himself just 2 away from a place in the quarterfinals of the European Open once again. You know, there have been times when Tyler Styer has had chances to claim significant wins in front of the cameras against top players, and he just hasn't been able to cope with it. I don't think we can put this match, should he lose it, in that category. Hasn't played as well as he did for most of his match against Skylar Woodward yesterday. It's just been a few moments along the way that look like they're going to prove decisive in the end. And as disappointed as he'll be, once he's gone back and reflected on what he's done here, he'll realise he's made progress. So much tension around that 13th rack. 3 fouls by Tyler Styer.
Extension code.
Ensured that instead of him getting back to 1 behind, Mario He could start to see the finish line coming into view. It seems as though it's going to be Steyer's last involvement in the match. Once again, it will fall to Shane Van Boning to be the last American standing. Mario He was a semi-finalist in the inaugural European Open here in Fulda, 2022. He's in the quarters this time. Mario He pulls away from 7-5 with 3 in a row to end the dreams of American Tyler Styer. Mario He wins by 10 racks to 5. He could now face Shane Van Boning in the quarters.